Backlash is in a couple of weeks. And when I mean weeks, less than 2 weeks, basically 3 weeks at this point. And I haven't watched because obviously the SmackDown After Mania is not airing until Friday. I haven't watched that. I have watched Raw After Mania and both WrestleMania Nights 1 and 2. So, what this means is I'm going to be predicting the Backlash match card, even though I already predicted the Backlash card a couple weeks before the actual WrestleMania show. But after we watch what happened at WrestleMania and what happened after Raw After Mania, I think it's official time to see what I am my official predictions for Backlash match card predictions, and when the full match card is announced, I will be doing predictions myself before the show. Anyway, before we get into these videos, a big thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button because I'm on the road to 5 subscribers. Really appreciate that. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. So the first match I got here is the Women's Intercontinental Championship, defending against Becky Lynch. And why did I say that? Lyra Valkyria is defending her Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. The reason why I'm predicting this match personally is because we saw the Becky Lynch heel turn to Raw After Mania, and what I'm going to guess from now on is they're going to build up for a couple weeks. Becky explaining why she did her thing. Maybe she says because Lyra thought she was better than me. She thought she was the best Irish woman to wrestle or whatever, blah, 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 whatever she wants to say, or WWE has to say. And then we can finally get this meaningful Women's Intercontinental Championship feud, which leads to this match of Backlash. Becky wants it, or maybe Lyra wants it, or they keep fighting and maybe until like the 2 weeks before the show actually starts. And Adam Pearce says it's official YouTube Backlash. And it does make sense they do start this feud at Raw after WrestleMania, since the show's not even 3 weeks away at this point. They want to build as many feuds up as possible to Backlash. So I think this is one of the feuds that they started at Raw After Mania so they can build it to Backlash. And we can have a nice feud with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I can guarantee you this match would absolutely be fire, since look at the talent in that ring. And I could see I could see us getting a new Women's Intercontinental Champion. So maybe we do, maybe we don't. We will have to find out and see. Next up is the John Cena defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Randy Orton in his hometown of St. Louis. We kind of already basically know it hasn't been confirmed, but we kind of already know. Randy, Raw after WrestleMania, when John Cena was holding his brand new one championship, RKO'd him. He made a post on his social saying, "Hello, my old friend." And I'm going to guess kind of with the same thing with Becky and Lyra. They started at Raw After Mania because they only got like 2 weeks and like a 2 weeks and a half to build this feud up for Backlash. And honestly, they don't really have to build this feud up a lot because we already know these two hate each other. We've seen it about the past. Looking back at the late 2000s, the early 2010s, these men absolutely hate each other. We've seen what they can do as tag team partners. We can see what they can do in the ring as people and as rivals. And obviously, this is probably for good starting feud for John, since everyone wants to cheer John Cena. But you want to know who else people like to cheer for? Randy Orton. And why is that? Because he's a legend and he brings back nostalgia. It's kind of with John Cena. He brings back nostalgia, but a heel John Cena versus a babyface Randy Orton, and especially in his hometown, John Cena is for sure going to be booed here in St. Louis, because this is obviously a bad territory for John, since Randy Orton's hometown. And I think obviously it won't be the greatest match in the world like they had before in their previous matches and rivalries, but It's just going to be a great match. The aura in the ring, and of course, a legendary championship match that would be very, very liking on the Backlash card. So, I am going to predict this, and I'm going to say John Cena retains, but I wouldn't be surprised if Randy Orton becomes the 15-time world champion. Because first off, he's not full time. Because first off, the reason why I think that is possible, John Cena is not full time. Randy Orton is over there every week. Also, this is his hometown. And I don't know, maybe they just wanted to give John Cena that 17-time world championship reign for, like, I don't know, 17, 20 days maybe. But I think John Cena is going to retain, because I think he's eventually going to lose it to Cody. Maybe at SummerSlam or something. So, that is my opinion, but obviously this is a match they're probably going to book for St. Louis Backlash. Next match is the Karrion Kross AJ Styles match, and the reason why is because we saw what happened Raw after Mania, and we saw what happened at Mania, and we saw we saw the weeks leading up to Mania where Karrion Kross is basically saying to AJ, you cannot lose to Logan Paul. If you lose to Logan Paul, the industry, all these wrestlers are going to fail, and we can't have that. We can't have a celebrity beating you. We need that Pitbull energy. We need that Pitbull energy, AJ. And AJ, for the past couple weeks, and even now, is saying, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. Even though they had a match, like the WrestleMania Raw, I believe they had that match, and we saw what happened at WrestleMania where he tried to help AJ, said, put on the brass knucks. And he didn't work out. We saw what happened at the recap of WrestleMania, where he literally just went off and kind of, like, probably release some of his really real feelings. And I think this is just, because this already makes sense. People like Karrion. They want him to have meaningful feuds, and this kind of meaningful feud, even though he's probably convinced multiple people to turn heel during this past couple of months. I feel like this would be a nice a quick way to start the Karrion Kross push, giving a match against one of the most legendary superstars of all time in AJ Styles here at Backlash. So, if I was Triple H, I would already have this plan for Backlash, and I'm gonna guess he does already, because why not have this legendary match? And we probably should give Karrion the win, showing that AJ is getting weaker, and he can't beat anyone like that. And eventually this leads up to maybe a SummerSlam match or maybe another PLE where Karrion finally gets that Pitbull AJ Styles. So, I think this is where this is going to go. But please put Karrion Kross on a PLE, please, WWE, please, and thank you. Next match is we got this tag team match with Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, the Evolution 2.0, whatever, versus CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Now, the reason why I'm guessing this match in specific is because we saw what happened at Raw after Mania. Basically, this Paul Heyman new alliance with Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, the head leader of this group. Paul Heyman kind of the talking piece, kind of, and Braun Breaker the muscle. And we could see a possible debut, the new member of this group, who we find out if there's a third member or not. And we will find out if if we find out the new member, I think CM Punk and Roman Reigns are losing. But the only reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like Roman Reigns, CM Punk are going to have to come together to take down this, whatever this new group is called. We don't know if they have a name yet. All we know is just who's in it. We don't even know if that's all the members yet. I'm going to guess not. But I think eventually Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I feel like here at Backlash would be a great idea, since they kind of did it with Kevin and Randy last year at Backlash, Leon France, where they against the new Bloodline, where they introduced Tangaloa. And I think this right here would be a perfect opportunity to debut a new member to the group. But if they're not, just give Seth and Braun the win anyway to build up this new group or whatever this group is, and just gives a spot on versus CM Punk and Roman Reigns on the card. And I don't think Roman's going away just yet, because a year ago he took that long absence until SummerSlam. I think, obviously, since he has not been champion in over a year at this point, I think he should take a couple week off or whatever, and then come back, resume this feud, and maybe this ends maybe at SummerSlam or something like that with Seth, Roman, Punk again. We'll find out, but I do think this match would be perfect for the Backlash card, and it just makes sense. Roman and Punk got betrayed by their friend, Wise Man, and they say, well, if we can't do this alone, we'll have to do it together, and they fight them, but they end up losing because a new member or the new group of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman is just too powerful for them to beat by themselves. So, I think this would be a perfect match to put on the Backlash card and get this Backlash card with a banger of matches. So, yeah. Next matches, we got Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Now, I know I have a bunch of matches here, but this is probably not the match that I don't even think was going to happen. I was originally going to have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, but then I was thinking, let's think of more strategically, because we haven't really got anything with Jade or Bianca, maybe. And heck, who knows? I think this would be a perfect opportunity to turn Bianca Belair heel and get the more babyface Jade Cargill, who just defeated Naomi at WrestleMania 41. I think we already know Bianca's been getting booed, and she can become that justified heel like so many people, Triple H in the men's division has turned heel, like Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, all that stuff. And I think she will be a perfect heel, as a justified heel, as people like to call it. And this could be the first step. Attacking Jade Cargill, beating her up, hitting a KOD, and officially marking her heel run on the main roster, because I feel like she probably had one in NXT, I believe, or maybe not, or maybe her first heel one in WWE, but I feel like this would be a perfect opportunity to turn heel, and the crowd would probably boo her more, and we could get more babyfaces reactions for Jade Cargill, and I have a feeling Bianca will carry this match, kind of like how Naomi did at Mania, but this would still be a good match, and I feel like Bianca could carry this a little bit more than Naomi could. Though I do see this match happening. Now I'm thinking about the scenarios. This is where she could turn heel. I wouldn't hate it, though, if they did turn her heel right this second. But I think Triple H is hearing the boos in the arena, and I think, obviously, that's really what matters, is the arena, not the online stuff, according to Triple H. So if the crowds are booing her, turn her heel, have her face Jade Cargill, and let's run it at Backlash, and we could get this stacked card. Well, let's do it, Triple H. It's gonna be what's best for business, as you like to say, Hunter. So don't get it twisted with ya. But yeah, I think this would be a perfect Backlash card in St. Louis in total. What do you guys think in the comments below? Do you think this is what's going to be booked for Backlash St. Louis? Put it down in the comments below. Do you agree with this list? Put it down in the comments below. Anyway, I have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye.